Hey everybody, how are you? Bunch of people on a Friday afternoon. Here's a different view. What do you think of the setup? I got this big new light diffuser, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty intense. It's because it's so much bigger than the other one. I don't know if you guys care about this stuff, but so here's the one I normally use. It's not giant, and I have kind of a small light diffuser because I have a small space. But this one, I got this because this was great for the basement because the basement only had like 6-foot ceilings. Anyway, what you guys up to? How's your week so far? Yeah, I've been out this week. Got a little bug and had to get kids back up and running. But yeah, everybody's back up and running here, and yeah. Shot a video today that I'm super excited about. Taylor versus Gibson. The Taylor AD17 versus the Gibson G45. Daniel, hey buddy. Daniel. Yeah, Daniel liked the new light. It's very cool. So what I wanted is this is, so the round diffusers are great for like putting light on somebody's face. But with this, it's like 40 inches by 24 inches or something. And so it's kind of the size of a guitar body. So my thought is that I can put this one down low and aim it straight at a guitar, so it looks better. I also have this crazy light. I got a bunch of stuff. You know, I've been watching the Peter McKinnon. You know, prayers answered. Jeremy the Guitar Hunter and Fam lives. Yeah, it was. I mean, just a week of, you know. Anytime you get anything now, you're like, well, guess I won't see friends for the rest of my life. And but yeah, it was good. It was a good chill week. Lots of just like hanging out with family, and I've played a lot of guitar this week. And Kaylee, hey Kaylee, yeah, it sounds like an awesome video. It's gonna be very cool. It's these two. So AD17 and the G45. I'll show you this while we're at it. I also filmed a video on this, which is going to be a difficult one to see. This is a close... This is one of the close carbon fiber mini travel guitars. This one is, I mean, dude, carbon fiber is so cool. This is a tiny little mini guitar. The only one that actually knows about this one is Daniel. I just texted him a picture of this thing. Which do I like better? I like, of those two, I like the Taylor. It's really, it's a fun, like, it's kind of my voice in a picture. Or in a video. It's the kind of video I really like making, which is kind of a visual essay, a brand analysis. Anyway, so the Taylor versus Gibson, it's really interesting as I kind of work through and figure out, like, why did both of those guitars get launched in 2021, and why did one do so great and the other one is sold fine, but it has such a mixed review. And it's really interesting. As I dug into it, like an epiphany hit me. So I'm excited for y'all to see that video. I just kind of started playing around. Yeah. Does that close make or sound as good as the mic makes it sound? That's awesome. Well, it's good to know. Okay, so I'll show you. Got this mic right here, just out of frame. This is the Aston Origin, which makes everything sound amazing. You know, so it sounds small, but it has more bass than normally a small guitar would have. Let me get a strap. This is still probably my favorite guitar strap. This Bluebell strap made in Spain. And hey, Matt's here. Matt says hello from Paisley. Jonathan! Here we go. I'll show this one. Oh, I gotta turn off that banner. That's still running too. Jonathan says, finally made it to the live show. Hope you're doing well. Or, hope you're doing well, buddy. I am. Today's a good day. Let me turn this thing off. Here we go. Chilly PA here. Yeah, it's chilly here today. We're supposed to get a bunch of snow. I will say this thing has the Fishman, what pickup is this? The PreSonus? The Sonotone? Yeah, this has the Fishman Sonotone pickup in it, and it sounds like a gigantic, like huge guitar plugged in. So I think that this is the right guitar if you're playing outside. So this microphone is the Aston Origin. And I can't tell my camera to focus on it, because, anyway. You're at my standing desk now. Normally you're looking that way. And, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so it's the Aston Origin. They're not that expensive, maybe $200-300. I'm going to try and do, I think Sweetwater, I think we've talked about doing a giveaway on some of these. I love them. They sound amazing. Now, they're kind of like a cool camera if you know cameras. There are certain cameras that look better than reality, and there are microphones that sound better than reality. So this pickup like makes it sound warm and full and close and lots of bass. But anyway, Raphael says, the question is, when do you stop buying guitars? Is there a ceiling in space or cost to each person? That is a killer question, and it's one that, and I'm Daniel. Oh, Daniel, that's so kind. Daniel says, Raphael, you should get Jeremy's choice. I just took it. I think it's amazing. Definitely worth more than it costs, and he answers that exact question. Yes, so let me come over here, and I'll show you. So I made a guitar course called Write Guitars Faster, and so this course literally covers that exact question. The 3 questions being, how do you buy the right guitars? And then how do you sell guitars without losing momentum and money and getting overly frustrated? And then how do you get the right amount of guitars? How do you know when your collection is right for you? How do you know how to collect guitars? So I'll teach you, I call it the Guitar Hunter Framework. Like, I have a pretty thorough visualization and philosophy behind how I deal with that stuff. So anyway, yes, you should check it out. It's a guitar-hunter at teachable.com. It's $147, and I guarantee there is no possible way it won't save you more than $150. So anyway, thanks Daniel for that recommendation. Yeah, that's awesome. Daniel just finished the course. Yeah, the course has been super fun. It was super fun to make, and I know that people that have finished it. I've had a couple people finish it now, and they all kind of say the same thing, that it's really helpful. And hey, from Tulsa, is the AKG 214 similar to the SM7B? I believe it is. I don't know AKG. Let me pull another microphone. I'll put this down. So I did a video about this a couple weeks ago in my studio tour for this year. This is the microphone I normally use. If you see me, this is probably the closest to an SM7B, and I prefer the EV to the SM7B for a couple reasons. The one is that you don't need a cloud lifter or anything really too crazy to like get enough volume and juice out of this thing, but it has really great like isolation, so it'll get just your voice. But some days, especially when I'm going to be playing guitar, I don't use this one, because if I'm playing guitar, that means oh shoot. Okay. Well, this thing just came off the counter, or off the desktop. So, bring me my brown pants. So, when I'm going to be playing guitar in a video, I prefer having a condenser so that... Okay, we're good. Yeah, second week in a row of breaking crap. I didn't break anything this time. I broke my Zoom H5 part of it. It still works, But yeah, so dumb. Oh, Jonathan's working his way through the course. 68%. Can't recommend enough. That is amazing. That's so good to hear. I knew that it was good, but I also am insecure like other people. And so throughout the process, I kept asking like Dylan, my editor, and then Skylar, my assistant. I kept saying like, is this good? Like, I feel like this course is really good. And neither of them play guitar, but both of them said that it immediately helped them, even with other negotiations and other hobbies in their life. So one of them helped them with a car, and then other with camera gear. And so, yeah, that was close. I don't cuss much, but when I do, I try to make it count. Daniel should be banned from touching the mic. Yeah, seriously, it's all about touching mic. No more microphone questions. Let's see, what else? Hey, Jerry. Jerry's a new member. Thank you. That is awesome. So you can join the channel and you'll get certain perks when you join the channel. The biggest one is you get access to the Facebook, to the Guitar Hunter Marketplace, where I am and other people are, and you can join, and then it's a place for us to sell guitars, find guitars, ask questions. It's just a better way for us to kind of connect throughout the week. T-Mass says, right now, carving a new bone saddle, color infused for my travel guitar, which is a Z shall not. Oh. But it's an all solid African mahogany. Sounds better like a baby T. Like a baby T. That's awesome. That's really cool. And so the name of the marketplace is Guitar Hunter Marketplace. It's hidden because you have to be a patron. You have to join the channel to do it. Yeah. So okay, well, Jerry. Okay, anyway. There are plenty of perks other than that. You'll get early access to videos. You'll get a bunch of stuff. You get more access to me. And, yeah, more ability to ask questions and stuff. Yeah, Facebook Marketplace is kind of the devil. Yeah, did I miss anything else? We bought my son an Orangewood Echo 12 live after watching your video. It looked and sounded amazing. He had a good Christmas. That's so good. I like that guitar a lot. That was a fun experience. If you haven't seen that video, I played nothing but a 12-string for a week to the best of my abilities. I think I had to cheat twice. But it was interesting. Even my kids noticed. They're like that guitar is weird and different. Yeah. So that's a good question for this week. I do. So the question is, hey man, do you use a room humidifier? I do, because this week has been a freaking challenge to stay humidified. And so I'm at 46% now. That's a hard-earned 46%. It bottomed out yesterday at 19%. Because it's just been these like snap cold, like, 7 degrees at night, 10 degrees at night. And this is just a standalone. It used to be an old garage, and now it's a YouTube studio. So it's a concrete floor. There's insulation. But the only source of heat is an air conditioner. It's a mini split, and basically the air conditioner runs backwards in the winter and pumps the hot air in here and sends the cold air out, where in the summer it switches. JC just snagged, just snagged a J45 standard. Does removing the undersaddle pickup make a notable difference? I never play plugged in, so no worries about regret. Yeah, it probably would make some bit of difference, especially having a taller saddle, because there's a couple compounding things there. Number one, taller saddle usually means more bass and more energy transfer into the top. And then the other one being, if you can remove, if you're increasing density. And so, because the saddle is denser than the pickup, and so if you remove the pickup, you're getting a more firm contact. So anyway, last year bought a Gibson G45 and also the Epiphone J45. I found that the Epiphone sounds better than the Gibson. I think that's sad. Oh man, yeah, like it's sad when you own both and you paid, more for one. I don't think the G45 is done changing how it sounds. Like, I think most solid wood guitars will sound better. I would also try some different strings. I restrung the G45 today for a video, and it sounded so good once I put different strings on it. So I went with nickel bronze from D'Addario, And those are my go-to for more mellow, more bass, and they're just a lot more calm sounding. So, anyway. Kaylee might be buying an Orangewood soon. That'd be awesome. Mark Dugan! Marcus. In Louisiana, we strive to get under 50%. Seriously. I never had to worry when I lived in Louisiana. And that guitar shop that I used to have, so Mark and I met in Covington, Louisiana. And so he came to my opening when I opened Bayou Music Exchange. But yeah, it was always, like, I was running dehumidifiers in January and February. Like, it was just so humid all the time. Daniel says, wow, we've had trouble here too. All stable this last week. Had a few days at 38, now at 41. Yeah, I'm at 46. If I can live between 40 and 50 in here, I'm happy. I just got where Sonia asked this. Sonia asks, what brand of humidifier I use? It is the cheapest one I could get on Amazon. No, it's Aqua Oasis. I got one. I bought it this week. I was borrowing one of our kids' ones. So this one is like pretty cheap, and I'm sure that you get what you pay for. Buy once, cry once. I should live by that. I don't. I buy cheap, and then I cry often. And then I break stuff when people ask me questions. Is 35% too low? At least it's consistent. It's not too low. But you're in like the caution. Some guitars will freak out. Most guitars will be okay. Evan agrees. It will change the saddle height. Oh, okay, yes. It will change the saddle height if you take the pickup out. So you'll probably have to shim or get a new saddle. Any advice on jam sessions? My town is big, but small, if that makes sense. Any advice on finding like-minded musicians? That's a really good question. Most of the things I knew how to do have not started working again after the pandemic. Music festivals are still probably the best place that I know, but they're not consistent. Other ones are if you can get like farmers markets seem to work well. But yeah, I don't have any good answers for that. It used to be, rent a community space or be in a church and invite people or do over lunch break. That was the best one I've ever been a part of, was one over lunch break. That was when I was in Louisiana. It was like a local feed and seed, and they would just have a bluegrass jam. And yeah, it's also interesting. Once you get a group, you have to continue to think of the people that are coming from the outside. Like, I'm not a bluegrass player, so I would come and sit down and they'd play 30 songs in a row, and I wouldn't know any of them. And then they'd be like, Jeremy, you take one. And then all of a sudden I'm playing like a Neil Young tune or a Jason Isbell tune, and like following along. But anyway. This is a good question. Drew, if people are trying to connect with you, what's the best method? Facebook Messenger, email, buying a block of time on your website. Realistically, like I love talking to people about guitars. And I'm now at a place, like it happened somewhere around hitting 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. All of a sudden, I went from a couple emails a week to now I'm getting, like 30 or 40 emails plus tons of messages, tons of people reaching out through the website, Facebook Messenger, and so there's just so many. So now I block off time through my week and I try to get to people. I try to prioritize, all right, 30 minutes I'm just answering Instagram questions and I'm just going through Facebook Messenger and all that. And it still takes a long time, and it bums me out because it doesn't give me meaningful interactions with people. And so realistically, the best way to get a video call, and it will, like when we talk on the phone, it will look like this, is I set up my camera like this, and I do video calls. And I did a couple of those this week. So those are the best. And if you're a patron, you get free video calls. We just did a round of them this week, so I did some. And but yeah, so go to the website and you can schedule time with me. That way you can see my schedule and see when I'm available and when you're available. And yeah, so I think that's one thing for sure. That's the best way. I mean, the other way is I still am trying to be available through Instagram. That's usually probably one of the best ones. Facebook Messenger is just tricky because it's like if any of you have business pages, like the way their user interface works is just, it doesn't make sense. And so lots of people just get lost. When I do get them, people are angry. And so anyway, yes, I do have a humidifier in my studio. We just talked about that. It's Aqua Oasis is the one I got from Amazon. I just got it this week. It was like 40 bucks, 30 bucks. Definitely gonna block at Jeremy's time for the most thorough and thoughtful conversation. That's awesome. Evan's awesome. It's been so fun talking to Evan a couple times. And yeah. Let's see. Okay. Well, I want to do a thing today that I've never done. I want to hunt for guitars on Craigslist near you guys. So, if you want, I'm just going to do I'll share my screen, and we're just going to cruise Craigslist. We're going to see what we can find. And, yeah, so let's see. Stephen Conrad is looking for a new tube amp, somewhere around 500 bucks. Any recommendations? Looking for a Marshall or a British Tone. Stephen, where do you live? So I have an idea what I would tell you, and then we'll see if we can find one locally. So I think if you're looking for, I think if you're looking for a Marshall tone, a British tone, under 500 bucks, what options do you have totally? And then we'll look. So like a Marshall Origin, I'm sure you'd find one around that price. You might be able to find a DSL 40. You'd find around that price. DSL 40 is like a modern and heavier Marshall tone. It's not like vintage. So if you're looking for a vintage tone, sorry, I gotta put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm very thankful. I'm incredibly thankful, and I'm also just like, I'm hitting my limit as far as like, I just can't, there is not enough time for me to interact with everyone that I want to. But, okay. Let's see. I've been in a prog metal band for 2 years and still hate metal. That's funny. Rasmus! Hey, buddy. Guys, go follow Rasmus on Instagram. He's building an amazing guitar, and the world's not ready. Have I tried any of the Recording King guitars? I have. Jerry says they're terrible. I don't think they're terrible. I think they need a lot of TLC. I think if you get, especially the Dirty 30s, if you get them and put a new saddle and a new nut on them, they will play like a $600 or $700 guitar. They're really cool. They're doing kind of the vintage style, like bluesy guitars really well. Let's see. Dave says, I'm doing a trade with someone online. They posted my photos trying to sell the guitar even before we traded. I worked with them before, so no problems, but it seems sketchy. It is sketchy. And, yeah, so I would not, I don't know. I would not be into that. Because it's just, they're breaking the contract. I had a video about this that I ended up taking down. I had a video where I talked about someone who just broke all of the rules of dealing in guitars. And not all the rules, but they just like, there were 3 big rule violations. The guy ended up being a baby. Telling me that I ruined his... Anyway. There's a story that I don't want to tell. I think I've scared him off. I had to block. It's the first person I've ever had to block on every single platform. But anyway. What do I think is an okay price for an OMJM? I don't know. Those have gone so crazy. Because there's the 2 versions. The first ones, like the original 440 whatever ones, which you should follow OMJM, whatever the group, the OMJM Owners Club, Tyler, he's awesome. And he can definitely help you out and figure it out. So, I don't know. All right, let's go here to Tulsa, and... Okay, hang on one sec. Guys, I'm going to change my lens, because this is driving me crazy. Sorry. I'm using an old vintage lens, and it just buzzes and goes crazy. So, hang on one sec. Don't freak out. See, I'm still here. It's just, there's no lens on the camera. Oh, boy. Okay, so, here in a second, we're going to go to Oklahoma, to Tulsa. Beautiful Tulsa. And from there, we're going to look for a Marshall Macy, a Marshall kind of tone, right? That's what we're looking for. All right, we're going into manual focus too. So, okay. There we go. This is an old Takamar, a vintage lens. This lens was made in 1964 or something. Okay, so let's go over here. Share my screen. All right, so there's that. And all right, so now we're going to Tulsa, and we're gonna come through here. Oh, this is New Orleans. Is it Tulsa? Okay, there we go. Let's just see what's on here for, ooh, a Hall of Fame. That's a Hall of Fame 1, not a Hall of Fame 2. PV Classic VT 212. How much? $225? That's okay. These are fun. I don't know if you guys have ever played these. They are the heaviest amps you will ever play. So heavy. And they're not that bright. They're kind of muddy. Original Tim. Look at that price. $600. Sheesh. Collings $290. That's cool. What else? Guys, $75 for a Martin gig bag. 14 fret, triple O, and OM size guitars. What is this picture? It's just like someone's grandma's house. Okay, anyway, let's come in here. So, I think if you're looking for Marshall tones, yuck. Hey, here we go. Studio Vintage Mark II. Okay, I thought that was an Origin. That's a little too expensive. It's cool. You have some options. Here's a DSL 15 if you have a cab. Let me come back over here. Yeah, so we're looking through Tulsa right now. So, yeah, a DSL 15, that would be a good amp. You know, that's in your budget, and then if you can get a, if you can get a cabinet with that, that would be awesome. So I would also look for like an Origin, something like that. Cool. So that's Tulsa. Let's see who else we got in here. Let's do Jerry. Wait. Try my area. It's a desert of guitars. What's your area? Allen family in Oregon? Did you say? Caleb, hey buddy. How are you? Daniel's a member. That's amazing. Thank you. All right. So, Allen family, we'll get to you in Oregon. That's going to be a tricky one for sure. But, okay. So, Cookeville. What's your... Is it Cookeville? Okay. Here we go. Let's cruise. Okay. Let's just see what we find. Ooh, bunch of drum stuff. What is this weird thing? Tagama. I don't know. Never seen one of those. PV Max 112. It's misspelled too. Hey, listen. Here's some good sneaky secrets. If there are brands you like that are hard to spell, look for the most common misspellings. You'll find some deals. Like, look for old guitar, and I'm sure you'll find stuff. A Memphis Strat. There's not much on here. Here's a Bad Cat. That's pretty cool. This is one of the American-made ones. In a road case. That's pretty cool. Ooh, and this one's an international version. Or is it? Is it switchable? What? You can go between a tube rectifier or a solid state rectifier. That's awesome. Get some sag, buddies. What percentage of y'all play electric guitar? Or is it mostly acoustic guitar players? Oh, cool. This is stuff you find in Tennessee. A 59 Tweed Deluxe. A real one. Look at that. That thing is so clean. Got a little Princeton back here. That's not even a reverb. That's just a Princeton. Right? Yep. Princeton amp back there. Man. This is awesome. Yeah, there are some $5,700. That's a lot of money. But anyway. Yeah. So if you're looking for a Mustang... Just a case. Here's an 87 Martin Sigma DM3. Those are pretty rare. They're not very good, but they are rare. Ooh, speaking my language. Here's a vintage Guild. Wait, what? I have never seen that headstock. What is that? What is this? Someone has monkeyed with this thing. That is... What? What is this? Sorry, I got lost there for a second. Cool. Well, gonna save this one for myself. See if I can figure out what this thing is. Trying to do this in a way that you don't see my emails. Hey, just got an email. Daniel became a patron. Daniel. Compose. Okay. Got it. Okay, we're back. So, alright, this is a weird one. Let me come back. Alright, bud, you got me to do it. I'm now a patron, a Patreon patron, and a channel member. Man, thank you, buddy. Yeah, Justin Towns Earl would tour with Recording Kings and Lores. The right guitar for you, or the best guitar for you, is the one you already have. So do not let yourself feel like left out or like you can't accomplish something until you get the next guitar. As long as you have a guitar, and if you don't have a guitar, they're pretty easy to find. I mean, you can find guitars. I mean, most people have someone in their family that's learned how to play at some point. And, yeah, you can do it. All right. All right. Funny. Let me come back here. So, Insomnia Kid Monkey. I have a funny story. I'm selling a 2001 Heritage H150. I had my own relic job and it has a headstock repair. Dude reached out to me because I told the guy I was not sure what to do or what to ask. So I told him to make me an offer. He was still hesitant. He asked me how much I paid. I told him $1,200 with new pickups. He responded, "Ouch, out of my league. Good luck." Oh. Yeah, do you think it was a mistake telling him how much you paid for it? I don't know if I would have. I told him that I wasn't asking that much for it and he just needs to make an offer because I'm looking to offload. He said he was going to talk to his wife first. Yeah, I don't know. What's your take? Would you have, should you have, I don't know if I would have told him what I have in it. I don't think that's helpful. I think it's what's fair. I also don't like when people say like, well, like someone did this to me today when I'm selling that house, OM. Someone said, I was at $2,500 and they said, "What's the best you would do?" I was like, "I don't know, make me an offer." And they said, "Give me your best price." Don't make me negotiate against myself. Trav has an HD16 large sound hole, LSH. I'm wanting something nicer from Greenville, South Carolina. Ooh, all right, let's go to Greenville. Going to Greenville. Here's the thing. It's also good that it's, oh, hang on. How do I get this back? Oh, hey, look at that. I don't remember which. This is the one I had before. Okay. Greenville. Yeah. Is it Greenville.Craigslist? I think I misspelled it. Oh, boy. Oh, I've gone somewhere wrong. Nope. 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 That's what's crazy, man. They know if you misspell Craigslist, they will send you to some spammy thing. Greenville, upstate. What is this? Is this the right one? Okay. This looks like it's the right one. Greenville, upstate. All right. So, what is it? You have a Martin. Let's just see what they hit. Let's see what Martins we can find. 00018. That's cool. Good Lord. $3,600? That's crazy. They're not even that much new. You can get a modern deluxe for around that price. An OMC Aura. Again. That's a crazy price. Crazy price. All right, seems like Greenville, South Carolina is the place to... I bet if you would come in and sell like a normal price... here you go. This is a pretty normal price. Here's a D28. Okay, this is newer since 2017. This is a reimagined 28. They're asking $2,400. Yeah, so it's got the open gear tuners. Action looks good. Pictures of the action are tricky because they don't show necessarily, like, there's no real scale. You're like, well, my thumb is probably around the same size as your thumb, and this picture's at an angle. So, but this one's not bad. I bet you could get this for like $2,000, $2,400. So I'll come up here. So there's that. I don't know if it's gonna let me comment. But yeah, this one seems nice. Yeah. Oh, Dan, you like, yeah. Okay, let me come back over here. What are my thoughts on the Audio Sprockets ToneDEQ and the LR Bags voice print? Where did I put that voice print? I just got the voice print not too long ago. This is... I'm excited about it, but I'm also waiting. So they don't support this on Android yet. And I'm a Pixel boy from way back. And so they don't have Android for the app on this. And so I don't like borrowing my wife's phone or Dylan's phone. Basically, everyone around me has an iPhone, but I don't have an iPhone. So, and I don't have an iPad. So I've set up my own voice prints in here. This is awesome. I think that this can replace basically my Venue and my ToneDEQ. I haven't used the ToneDEQ. I've heard a lot of people talk about them. I just haven't used them. My go-to for the last 7 or 8 years is the Venue. I used the Session for a while, but I think that the voice print is awesome if you can set up the profiles and then kind of work with it, because you can have 5 presets, I think. I haven't messed with it too much. It is super power hungry. It's a 500 milliamps, and it's a 9 to 16 volt. But man, this thing is hungry. And so I had to get a new power supply to run it. So, hide current comment. Greg, that's a good question. What's your opinion of Poplar for a tone wood? On electric guitars, it's fine. It's very light. It gives like a good kind of warm tone. It's not shrill, which is great. But yeah, a lot of guitars that you love are Poplar. If you love Squires, you love Parts Casters, a lot of them are Poplar. Evan, you can find a Martin 0015M for that price or a little lower. They're decent. They're great. I really like OM15s or 0015 M's. Somebody, who was it? Maybe somebody in here. Somebody in here sent me a message yesterday. Evan, was that you? Somebody found a 0015M, and I was asking if it was an M or just a 000. But yeah, Dave had a DSL 20, and it was nice. So Jerry needs an orange amp, and you're willing to drive within 300 miles around Nashville. Budget of $500. You can do that for sure. I had a video about it, and I just sold it a couple months ago. I had what was it? I had an orange Rocker 15. Yeah, I think it was a Rocker 15. It was basically like a super hot AC 15. And anyway, Allen family in Oregon. Hey, Roseburg. That's where one of my favorite YouTube channels is, in Roseburg. Essential Craftsman. I love that channel. It's an amazing... Have you guys seen this? Have you seen Essential Craftsman? I'm sure you've seen... If you've seen that, yeah, there's no chance you do not know about that, but do know about me, because I'm like 30,000 subs, and they're like over 1 million. But Essential Craftsman is like building a spec house, so they just finished building it. And it's an amazing conversation, and like, there is no content that is too long. There is only content that is too boring. And so for them, like, they're super fascinating. They talk about tools. They talk about how to build a house. And it's like 140 episodes in. Like, I'm 140 episodes in to building a house. I'm never going to build a house. But it is awesome. Okay, so let's look at Roseburg. Oh, I'm way behind on comments. I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, I lost where I was. Oh boy, I'm lost. Yeah, Cookville. Oh, okay. Tag them as a Brazilian guitar brand. Okay, that's awesome. I didn't know that. That's good to know. Morning, Jeremy. That means you're on the other side of the world. Where are you? Or maybe are you that way? You back behind me? Are you west of me? Tajima. Andy Perez. Hey, buddy. Okay. All right. So we're back here. I'm going to do Roseburg real quick. And, we're going to see what we can find. So I used to be in a sales gig, and I covered Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. Then as I got better at it, I got the Panhandle of Florida. Then I got Southern Arkansas. Then I got East Texas. So I got to where I was covering a huge amount of, and Tennessee. So I was covering a huge amount of territory. This is like 10 years ago until 4 years ago. And anyway, I developed like a certain specific set of skills to find stuff on Craigslist, because I would just kill time like sitting in a hotel. I didn't want to be in a hotel by myself, and I got tired of going to the movies by myself. And so I was like, I'll just find cool guitars. I'll go to music venues. Here's an Orange Crush for $75, which that's about what it's worth. The Crushes don't sound very good. Let me correct myself. They sound terrible. So we're in Roseburg, Oregon. Whoa! This is cool. Okay, this is not what you were looking for, but it's a matte white. How cool is this? Come on. That is cool. Guys, I just want a road trip and buy all the dumb guitars. Look at this thing. Matte white Floyd. It's got the, what do you call that? The it's got the drop D thing. This one's a winner. You should get this one. Yeah, it's interesting. Don't see many acoustic guitars. A deluxe Strat. Classical. What? American flutes. These are awesome. A bunch of them. Or it's the same one. Very special. Listed 3 times. D15 for $850. That's not crazy. It's kind of high. Ooh. A PRS Custom 22 10 top. In this kind of tealy blue-green. That's awesome. Ibanez RG. Man, lots of shredders in your part of the world. Not many. 0015 for 900 or 920. It's not crazy. So this is a 0015. This also has the sticker, which means it's like early 2000s. Has the Schallers, or maybe those are Gotos. Yeah, those are the Gotos. This is, yeah, these are just kind of the nerdy older ones. This is kind of cool. So there's something. This one is, where is this? On the Oregon coast. So it's probably a little bit from you. But anyway, cool. All right, Kaylee, let's go to Eastern Connecticut. Eastern Kentucky. Nope. Is this it? New London. Oh. Whoops. Have I just been doing this the whole time? Have I just been... This is what I meant to do, guys. I'm sorry. I failed you. Which is which? There we go. Okay. We're on Eastern Connecticut. Let's see what we can see. Rockerverb 100. That's cool. Probably not your thing. That's a cool amp. That's a loud thing. That thing would shake your teeth loose. Reverb is cool in those. A Mesa 112 in Croc Tolex. Guys. What? This. Uh-huh. What a thing. $400? I mean, the 212s, you can get 450 for the 212s. But this thing's awesome. Oh, this is cool. Here's an FG 325. These are super comfortable. I bet the saddle's going to be really low on this one. And the action is going to be very high. So this is a silver label or a gold label. So this one's probably, what, 80s or 90s? Oh, they don't show you the saddle because they know. There aren't many Yamaha FG 325s around the world. Alright. It's an inexpensive way to start any vintage guitar collection. That's true. Yeah. These sound really good. They're basically like a Martin 0018. But they usually play pretty hard. They don't say anything about the action. Spruce top Agathis. Back and sides. Natto neck. Yeah, it doesn't talk about the... Anyway. There's some cool stuff in Eastern Connecticut. A Firefly. That's a cool one. Oh, here's a cool one. Willimantic. How do you pronounce that? Willimantic. Here's an old kind of honky-tonk. Like an old bluesy birch guitar. These are cool. Usually high action, but they sound good for slide. Silvertone, that's $200. I guarantee all of these, I bet you could get, you know, if you say, hey, could you meet tomorrow and I'll bring $150. I bet you get them. Cool. I'm going to try and catch up in the comments here. All right, we'll go to Philly next. And I've got to catch up because I'm way behind on comments. Yeah! Lots of YouTube members. That's awesome. That is really awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's just a couple bucks a month, and it's a direct way to help make sure that these videos keep happening. And, okay, so let's do Philly, and then we'll do Chattanooga. Have you guys heard, do you watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? I heard an amazing fan theory this week, which was the Pepe Sylvia, everywhere I look. So Charlie loses his mind, saying there's all this mail for Pepe Sylvia, but I've heard that the joke is that he can't read, and it's what he thinks, like he thinks Pepe Sylvia, but it's actually Pennsylvania. I don't know if you guys have heard that, but... All right, I'm going to... Oh, this is great, but there's so many comments I can't keep up. Daniel, okay, you got my screen now. Yeah, I was in Craigslist heaven. I'm sorry. Okay, let me hide this. Okay, trying to catch up. Rasmus, see you, buddy. Staley, it was a 0015, around $1,000 used. Yep. Yes. Okay, anyway, Pepe Sylvia. Let's go here to Philly. Hang on, we're still in. Philly. Okay. This is amazing. There's 1,700 listings right now. So, let's look. What? Weird custom telly. Fender Traverb. I had one of those. Wonder if they got theirs from Fender too. Cool pedal. It's not a Flint. Oh, these are cool. And this should be more money than this. This is a Philly... It's a set neck, what did they call these? Yeah, it wasn't the MIK, but it was called something. But this is the same one. It's very similar. His had P90s, but it's similar to, what's his name, from Jimmy Eat World. But these are cool. They're not totally my thing. It's 2003. I sold a bunch of these when I worked at the Guitar and Amp Center. But they're fun, like set neck. Ooh, that's why. It's got a neck. It's got a crack in the neck, which I don't think it's a neck crack. I think it's just finish. But that's unfortunate. And that is why it is $400. Yeah. But coil splits, cool pickup. G&L Comanche. PRS McCarty in the lizard green. That's cool. Oh, here we go. What? This is a $1,500 for a Les Paul traditional. Why are only 2 pictures, man? What's going on? Why no pictures of the back? Why no pictures? Excellent Les Paul traditional Pro V in wine red for sale. Guitar is a monster sounding and playing Les Paul. Comes in original hardshell case and all case candy. Looking for a bolt neck PRS trade, CE22 preferred, but also CE24s. Email for additional pics. Nope, that's a hurdle that people aren't going to go through. Like, I'm not going to just say, like, hey, can you also, send me pictures. It doesn't say what year it is either, or show the serial number. Anyway, there's plenty of cool stuff in Philly, but the problem with, like, Philly, ooh, hey, well, hi, how are you? Daniel, go get this one. We found a good one. So it's a 2008. Wow, this is an early 2008. So Gibson serial numbers, first and fifth digit is what year, so 08. And then second, third, and fourth is what day of the year it was. So this was made on the 12th day of the year. So January 12th. Then the last three, what's 5th, 6th, 7th? 6th, 7th, 8th are what guitar that day. So this was the 22nd guitar. Rosewood board. Is this a true vintage? This is a true vintage. Daniel, I'm gonna send you this one. Daniel, did you see this one? Are you still in here? How do I respond to you? Oh, I can put you in timeout. That's funny. All right, Daniel, I'm sending this to everyone, but it's for you. Can I send the $2,000, please? No, I ain't got no money left. Have you seen how many guitars and how many children I have? Yeah, I've got to sell some stuff to get some moolah. But this is a good deal. I bought a true vintage J45 for $2,100 and I sold it for $25 a year ago. This one, it's a Sitka top. It's not a red spruce top. But still, this thing's awesome. So, dude, get some ducks. Put them in a row. I know you're an attorney. Right? You make the big bucks. No, you probably have. Anyway. Wow. This is awesome. This is a good one. This was worth today. Searching today. All right. So now, who else are we going to? Anybody else want a Gibson Lucille? See if that dude will trade you even. Maybe not even. Where was the other one? Next one we were going to was... Where did I say I was going? I was going... Tom, I'm sorry. I fixed it. Ah! The D-Tuna. That's what it was. Hey, thanks, guys. Okay. Yeah, cool. Sorry, trying to catch up. All right. Who else wants me to go look for stuff? Elliot, you said, where are you? You're in Winston-Salem? Let me get my phone, too. I'll start looking to see who's in here. Okay. All right. Oh, boy. So many people doing things. Okay. Oh boy. Too many responses. Okay, Lemire wants me to do Kijiji? K-I-J-I. Oh boy. I don't know if you can see that. Nope, you're not going to be able to see that. But, Daniel is in Philly. Daniel and Tom, you guys should know each other. Both patrons, both guitar friends. We are all friends. You should be friends. Okay, so now, so it looks like some guys want me to go to Nova Scotia was one of them. But before that, let's do St. Louis. Or no, let's do Seattle. That's the next one I saw. So, hello, Seattle. Guys, remember when I dropped my microphone earlier this week? Remember last week when I threw a box and knocked over my other microphone? What? Paul Reed Smith Budweiser guitars. Seattle wins. Guys. What? Yes. Yes, yes. Look at this. They're only $300, which means they're not real. What is this? Up for sale, no trades. I know what I have. He doesn't say that, but Like, he's kind of saying that. 2004, 2005, PRS Budweiser limited edition guitars. Great guitars, excellent condition with minor play wear, minor fret wear with low action on both guitars. These guitars are fairly rare. Sold separately for $300 each. All prices are firm. No discounts will be given from the listing. You will have to pick them up from my home in Lacey. No exceptions. Cash only. Alright. Who's getting them? Budweiser is like, if you're going to find guitars that are like secondhand and like from the promotional world, they're going to be Budweiser. Or Miller Lite. I've seen lots of Miller Lite stuff. But, well, it's an awesome, out of the gate, Seattle's delivering. Wow. Okay, so, this is a Hohner 6-string, $30. Okay, yeah. That's a $30 guitar. That makes sense. Okay. Let's keep looking. Ooh, a Strymon Dig. That's a good price, too. $200. I think that's right. I think those are normally $250, $300. Wonder if Mike Adams is back in Seattle. Fender Deluxe 112. Oh, this is a solid state one. Yeah. Pass. Ooh, how cool. A B&G. These are pretty rare. Sam Ash. That's funny. But these are beautiful. I love the idea of a slot headstock on an electric guitar. So, Seattle doesn't suck. An Ingwe. Is it Ingwe? Ingve? If you don't know, these are awesome because they have the scalloped fretboards. Which, scalloped fretboards are intense. But yeah, so it's like a 70s... Right, it's a 70s style Strat, but it has a 4-bolt neck, which is strange. And then scalloped fingerboard. So, cool guitar. Look at that strap. Yes. Came from Sweetwater. That's awesome. Just have the original bag of candy. The literal... Oh my gosh. The literal case candy. Alright, so we're in Seattle now. Oregon Coast. We did some Oregon Coast a little bit ago. What did we saw something on the Oregon Coast. Alright, Tom, have fun. Have a good weekend, man. The link I sent. It's a cool guitar, but I'm not sure what it is. Where is it? I don't know if I see it. Alright, sorry, I can't see it. I'm not sure. Send the link again and I'll try and find it. So Matt says, what are the chances of tracking and repurchasing a 67 J50 I had to pawn during early COVID 2020? No luck watching for the serial number on Reverb. Do you have any story of where it went or where it's, yeah. Do you have any understanding of where it went after it went from the pawn shop? Did they sell it far away? Did they sell it locally? That's hard. I'm sorry. Pawn shops are tough, man. Yes, that Strat is so good. I think Squire did some beer guitars too. I'm sure they did. It's not sending a link through to me. You could send the link real quick. If you could email me the link to info@jeremyshepherd.com, info@jeremyshepherd.com. I'll put it here. $1850 on the Ingve. It was a US one, and it was mint condition. Still had all the case candy. That seems okay. About right. check a website called Booyah. Baya? That's a good idea. Small mahogany guitar for fingerstyle. Martin, a Guild M20 would be my first recommendation. Behind that, a Larrivee LO3, if you can find one of those. And let me come over here. Sorry, I'm trying to... I'll get this link that Kaylee just sent me. Martin 0015M would also be a really good small mahogany guitar for fingerstyle. Max says, what's your opinion on guitars, or on keeping guitars or sell them now? Will there be an after COVID price fall? I was reading an article today. I talk about it in a video I filmed earlier today. 16 million people have started playing guitar in the last 2 years. And, and so there's a ton of people learning to play. The market's super hot. I do think we're going to have some correction, but I don't think it's going to be like the bottom's going to fall out. I think it's risky to buy guitars for investments. I think that's probably not a super wise choice. Yeah. I like calling the site Booyah better. Yeah. Booyah, booyah! Booyah. I always think that Booyah is like super redneck sounding, but the truth is, Booyah was actually, what's his name? It's Coolio was the first person he coined the phrase Booyah. And he said it was this noise that a gun makes. Booyah, booyah! All right, here we go. Here we go. This is Hartford. Ooh. What is this thing? Sorry, forgot. Here you go. What is this? I'm betting this is like some small builder. Whoa! Okay. So years ago, maybe 10 or 15 years ago. Okay. So like 10 or 15 years ago, there was a website that you could buy guitars like this from Southeast Asia. They were coming mostly from Vietnam and Thailand. And you could buy them. They were on all these websites. You had to do like, this is like back in the old days of like Google Translate. But I would see a couple of these guitars, and as soon as I saw the inlay on the back, it gave it away. Where it's very like Asian, like old Asian style artwork. Especially, it's this quail. Is this a quail? Whatever this bird is, with the long tail feathers. It's just very, trying to avoid saying the word Oriental. But yeah, so here's the copy that they wrote. I purchased this guitar a few months ago, and it was unlike any guitar I've ever seen. The gentleman I bought it from claimed it was Vietnamese, haha, and surely is made by a level of detail put into the guitar with the inlays. I'm putting it up for offers only, as I'm not really sure its relative worth of a guitar such as this. There's no indication of brand anywhere on it, but it's surely an eye catcher and sounds great even with older strings. There's finish aging and some finish checking. However, structurally the guitar seems to be solid without any major damage or defects. Please feel free to send me any information or offers. A case is also included. So realistically, this is probably a guitar made in Southeast Asia, probably a Samick, if I had to bet. And so it's going to be, it will match kind of that quality. Yeah, 16 million people have started playing guitar in the last 2 years. They've had a huge, the amount of people that are enrolled in Fender Play right now is absolutely insane. Yeah, Kelly. Isn't it beautiful? It really is. It's really cool. Yo, dog, I heard you like flowers. It's kind of like if you ever see the Martin, it's a peacock and I'm a dummy. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was a coin. It's definitely a peacock. Of course it's a peacock. Ah, guys. Thank you. Yeah, that's a peacock for sure. Whoops. Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, more inlays than actual tone wood. But if you look at, have you ever seen the Martin D100s? I remember we used to always look at these. Oh, this one's a Sweetwater. I'll put an affiliate link if anybody wants to buy this D100. Let me get my commission. Whoa. Okay, this is on another level. These are not the same. Look at that. This is like, hey, you like abalone? Do you like abalone herringbone? Yeah. What is happening? This is crazy. Yeah, dog. Yeah. I mean, just, these are insane. I can't imagine. I remember each year what they make like 100 of these per year. Maybe it's 10. And but they're, I don't, is this one's not actually for sale. This is funny. We look at these great replacements. You're looking at, this is like $100,000 guitar. But you can also look at a Marley A20 or a Taylor GS Mini or a Taylor GS Mini Koa. Taylor Mini, GS Mini. Anyway. That's interesting. Yeah. Well, okay, so it's not actually, it's a Stauffer. It's like an old, it's like one of their iconic first guitars that they had. Yeah, this guitar. So this is the Stauffer headstock. This is the style of guitar that they were first making when Christian Martin started building guitars. What is this? I feel like a guitar with an image of a guitar on it is like Metallica wearing their own merch live at a show. That's funny. Have you ever come across a Martin with a leather pickguard? I haven't, not a leather pickguard. I had an opportunity to buy an Elvis model a couple years ago that was all bound in leather. It sounded terrible. That'd be really fun to kind of figure out. Elliot says there's a baseball team in North Carolina called the Disco Turkeys. Good peacock nickname. That's good. The Disco Turkeys. That's the like when we were in New Orleans was when they renamed the baseball team the Baby Cakes. And it's which, speaking of which, it's Epiphany. So it's now baby cake time. It's now king cake time. So anyway, cool. This has been super fun. This is a great idea. We should do this again. I feel like the winner is like, Daniel, go buy that True Vintage Southern Jumbo. That's a great one. And yeah, cool. Well, this has been super fun. Thanks for hanging out, guys. And I wish you all the best and hope you have a great weekend. Any other questions or comments before we head out? I've got to finish just assembling a video that I'll start working on at the beginning of next week. But anyway, Mark says it was fun watching you surf and giving opinions on random listening. This was awesome. I feel like I got to go around the country. It's cool seeing like which guitars show up in which places. And I didn't even have to give away any of my real tricks. Again, I'll come over here. This is shameless, I know. But I want you to buy my course. Hopefully you got to see some of the things in which you would see some of how my brain works when I'm trying to figure out, is this a good guitar? Is this a bad guitar? What's the market value of this price? What's the history of this guitar? If you feel overwhelmed by that, I can teach you how to do a lot of that stuff. And so anyway, but check out Guitar-Hunter at Teachable. Sorry, it's right there. And check out the link. There's a link in the description down below too. I want you to buy the course. I want a lot of people to buy the course. And it'll be super helpful to me. It supports my family. And it makes sure that these videos keep happening. And yeah, if it's not working for you, that's fine. Hang out I'll keep putting free videos out on YouTube. And but if you want to take your guitar collecting to the next level, the course is awesome. Let's see. Is an 81 Guild D50 worth $1,500? I just saw one locally here that just poked up for $1,500. I don't think so. I think they're $1,200, $1,100 somewhere in there. Yeah, Daniel, I think this is a good idea. So what's funny is I had this kernel of an idea. Daniel, I think you and I talked about this at the Philly Guitar Show. Like, I remember thinking about this, thinking that this would be really fun, and then JHS did it. And so, anyway. Yeah, time for you to reach 30,000. I'd love it. It's my goal. I'd love to get to around 100,000 by the end of this year. And with that, we're kind of poised. The business is kind of poised to scale up a bit. And so anyway, Kaylee, this was really fun. She says this was a cool live. You should definitely do it again. I will. Well, I think we'll start rotating like this, review my gear, and then covering topical things month to month. I'm working on a course calendar, on a content calendar with Dylan and my assistant with Skylar. And we're going to start kind of working out like more rotation. Because what stresses me out is when it's like Wednesday afternoon or Thursday afternoon and I haven't even thought about the live show. And I'm like, what are we going to do? And so this one finally gets it. So what was the name of the old site you were talking about? I don't remember. It was like, it wasn't Music Lily, but it was like one of those. It was all in Vietnamese. Yeah. It all had to be translated. I forget. That's 15 years ago or something. Would be cool if I join you in your next live stream. Yeah, man. That'd be fun. I want to start having hosts and doing more podcasty kind of things. Anyway, this has been super fun. So remember, buy right guitars faster. Also, there's a bunch of stuff here if you need help figuring out what gears right for you. And if you're getting stuff, even if you don't use the stuff, if you go through the link in the description down below to Sweetwater just to get your strings or picks or whatever basic stuff you're getting, I get a small commission out of that. I actually got paid a little bit today. And that is just another helpful way. I'm not at risk of becoming rich doing YouTube, but I do want to do this for a long time. But I also have 3 kids. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Have fun and have a great weekend. I'll turn this off. And there you go. Bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. See you later.